Hi everyone, welcome to WW Designs. My name is Nikki and today I'm going to show you 4 fun and easy ways that you can add some decoration to your journaling pages. They're all very flexible. You can add as much, as little, whatever you want. And the first one we're going to do, I'm just going to start with some bits I've cut out of magazines. So I have a video on how I store my magazine stuff and I'll pop that in the link down below. But basically I have 4 seasonal, these little storage containery things. This is my autumn one. So obviously anything autumnal goes in here, but it can also be as simple as colours. So if I want something coffee, it's in here because coffee's brown, autumn, that sort of thing. So I have already prepped. Oh my dear Lord, that's not good English. I have already prepared and grabbed a few little bits out of my autumn container. And you can see I've even got little things here, like this was part of a chair or something. It's woven cane. This, I don't know what that was, whether it's floor, wall, I don't know. But can you see the colour tonings are all on the brown side, and they can make really great little layering pieces. So let's do this first one. It's nice and easy. So for reference sake, just so you know, this is an A5 journal. This is a Stalogy. It does have grid printed on it. I do like a little bit of light grid. It helps me with my writing so that I have a line to write on. And the Stalogies have beautiful paper. Excuse me, a bit of rubbish. You're not welcome here. So love using them as a journal. So all we're going to do is glue down a few bits and we'll take it from there. So I'm going to start with this piece, and what I thought I might do, I just loved the colours in this. I thought they were very autumn, and considering that's the season we are in here in Australia, that seems like a good place to start. I've just got my junk mail magazine over here on the side. That's how I always do my gluing, and then when it's all gluggy and glued together, then it finally goes into the recycling bin. So I thought we might put these in the 2 corners. I'll just flip this round for a minute. Just makes it easier for me to sort of try and line it up a little bit, but we don't have to worry too much. It's just a little bit of collage that we're going to be doing. Now, let's see, what have I got? I've thought maybe this one here as a little bit of deco. Yes, that stands out quite nicely. So I keep lots of little bits. You know, there might just be this cute little leaf pattern on a page. Don't necessarily want the rest of the page, but I like this little leaf pattern. So I just chopped it out and then did a little bit of fussy cutting. Then let's see, what have we got for up the top here? Maybe this one here, seeing we're going with leaves. Just a picture of some leaves. And I save all these things, and then I always wonder if I'll ever use them. And lo and behold, I find a reason or somewhere that I can use them. Now, let's see, what else have we got here? So we could take a little piece like this. I might just trim it down a little bit because we don't even want to use up all our space. Now, as you can see, though, what I'm doing is just adding some collage. And the beauty of this is, if you don't prep your pages in advance, if you end up with a week where you want to write an awful lot, then all you have to do is flip over the page, add some more deco that coordinates with the week that you're working in, and you can end up creating as many pages as you like. I find in general day-to-day life, you know, I have a day where I go to work or whatever, and I don't really often have a lot to write about. So sometimes then to me, my page is all about the deco because I don't really have that much to write down. But then there are other days where there's plenty. So that's fine. We just might put that pencil across there. And And then I think we need a little bit of coffee. We could pretend this is like a little coaster down here. And let's pop a little coffee on our coaster. So the only thing that really ties all these together is the colour tones. So obviously seasonal is perfect. You might want to do something more specific, like I had a stationery catalogue that I was going to cut up, and somehow that disappeared under the pile of junk, and that never happened. And I ended up pulling all this together, but it's up to you. Like, you can, there are no rules for this. You add as much deco or as little as you like. Now, this is just a little colour swatch thing. I don't know if it was for paint or something like that, but I do love a bit of colour swatching, and I thought these colours matched in perfectly. So let's add that there. And then, do I really want more? You know what? I might almost... I do like this. No, I might put that down. But it's up to you. Add as much deco or as little as you want. Yeah, we can pop that on there. And then we could call this quits. And then how I would do this page, I would start writing up in the top corner. For example, let's say, what's the Monday's date? Okay, we might backpedal and do this for the 19th. Let's just say it really doesn't matter. So we go 19 May. Okay, and then just so you can see where each day starts and finishes, you could consider, this is a Tombow marker. They make great little colour swatch things. See that? Again, the colour sort of matches the vibe. Then I'm just going to write and write until the next day is ready. And even if I finish down here and I put the 20th of May there, do you get the drift? And then just fill your page. That way there's no restrictions to how much space you can use. You're not limiting yourself in any way. And if you find you don't even finish the page, well, down here you could add a bit more deco. And then you're done. Now, how simple is that? Zero cost. I've just used magazine images that were in my stash, and I have a page ready to go. This amount of space would definitely do me for a week. I probably could add a bit more deco. I probably don't need quite that much, but that's the joys of these sort of things. It's as much space as you need. But when you open your page and it's all done, it's just got a little bit of deco on it. So that's number 1 done. So for number 2, we're going to add some boxes. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying, don't take the box sizes that I'm going to create as gospel. Please make them any size you want. You know how much space you need each week. Simple as that. But what we're going to do is we're going to draw some boxes, but we're going to hand draw them. So we're giving perfectionism away here, and we are just going to literally hand draw some in. So for example, I'm just going to tilt the page to the side a little bit. When I write or anything like that, I can't do it dead straight. So just excuse me while I do this. But what I would do, I'm going to start at the top here. And I want to draw a box, not a very big one. And I want to put the month in there. So I would write the word May. Then we're just going to do some more. Now, keeping in mind with this, you could have your daily journaling in boxes like this. You might also like tracking things. So you could find this sort of thing. You could add trackers. So work out what size you need. Like, do you track how many steps you take? Do you track how many hours you work? Do you like to track the weather? So have a think about how much space you would need for those sort of things, and then just add a box. Or you can simply create boxes that you fill with journaling. So, for example, you might have day-to-day stuff in this box. Then you might have a box next door where you just journal quickly about a particular highlight from a day. Like if you went out for a really nice dinner somewhere. Do you get my drift? And what we're going to do, we're going to leave some space behind. And of course, I'm trying to get them relatively straight. I want some room because I want to add a little bit of deco in the space that I have left. So that's why I'm not doing them all super neat and tidy. I want to have a little bit of space to play. Okay, basic boxes are done for now, but we're going to take them a little bit next level. If you're interested, I've grabbed another Tombow, this time in a pale green. And what I'm going to do is just go around and copy, follow the boxes I've already done, and just add a little bit of highlight to them. The other thing, of course, that you could do with this, you don't have to do them all the same colour. If you're into lovely, if you like lots of bright, fun colours, you don't have to be boring like me and just use one colour. But I'm going to use my stickers to add some fun bits to this in a minute. So I'm just going to keep mine all green. I've got this little sticker book over to the left. It's a beautiful botanical one. So I thought, well, green seems like the perfect colour. We've greened all our boxes. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, my first little bit of deco, so I'm going to grab some washi tape. I don't need a lot. I'm just going to do the old tape the corners thing because I always think that looks quite cute. So pop that on there for a minute. I'm definitely going to cut this in half because it's too thick otherwise. And just on a couple of these, I'm going to add a little bit of a washi tape corner. Right, that's that. Now I might also, just to bring all this together, I might put a little bit of washi right down the middle there. Then we can layer something on that. Here I am saying, let perfectionism go, and I'm mucking around, trying to make sure my washi's sort of even. We might add one more piece down here. There we go. Now let's just find a cute A few cute little bits to add to it. As I said, this is a beautiful botanical sticker book. And for example, I'm loving one of these leaves. I think we can have one of those on here somewhere. And I'm definitely going to go over the edge into the box. I have no qualms with that. What else shall we add? Oh, one of these pretty flowers maybe. This is a Kaiser Craft book. Unfortunately, they don't make them anymore. And I've been hoarding a lot of these, but honestly, I'm just trying to start using things now because they're going to lose their stickiness. Then they're not going to work so much. And it's silly. So we're being good and we're getting all sorts of interesting things out of our stash. And we're actually going to use them. Now, some of these little mini ones are very cute. For example, this little leaf, I think, will be a perfect addition down in that corner. I think I could do with a bug as well. I like the little bugs. That's nice and botanical. He can be flying up off the page there. Let's see, what else have we got? Don't want to use the big ones. I don't really have room for that. Some of these could be fun too. For example, things like this, you know, you go to a birthday party. So use up your stickers, use up that birthday and jot down your notes about that. These dates would be great too if you want to. If you have little date stickers, pop them up in the top of each corner. Oh, look, we've got some other little washi bit, a little bit of a leftover strip here. That might look quite nice layered on there. Oh, look at this other little scrap here. This is perfect too. I'm a hoarder for a reason. I seem to somehow find a way to use up my little bits and pieces. What have we got here? Oh, actually, one of these ones could be quite cute. Now, so we've got this one down here. This is sort of a little bit matching in that we've got the brown background, the craft colour background. So let's pop that over into that corner. I don't want to use them too big and then end up having absolutely no room to write in. I don't think that's very clever either. No. Adventures are forever. I like that. Let's pop this down here. Okay. What else can we use? Just need something for down here, I think. Let's go back to the images. All right, how about we use some of these? Actually, we could layer up that one there. And we could grab one of these. This can go down here. Then we just need something, I think, for there. So how about one of these green background ones? We could add one of these. Voila. Probably would call it quits here. See, look, see, now this is what happens with stickers when you don't use them. They lose their stickiness. So a little bit of glue will easily fix that. So fill out your page however you like. And if you have a selection of stickers that you've used, if you have spaces, yet again, add some more in and fill it up. But that's another fun way you can fill your weekly journal page. And same thing, no reason why you can't add another page if you need more space. If the idea of creating boxes, like we did in the last one, makes you shudder because we didn't use a ruler. This time we are going to use a ruler. And honestly, for the last one, if you want to rule your boxes, by all means do so. But this one, we are simply going to create some fun shaped boxes. And we're going to, so instead of just having standard rectangles, we are going to do things a little differently. I've done a combo of boxes with angles, rectangles, whatever. Decide what you feel like playing with. I just think this looks really cool, and I've grabbed a fun, colourful sticker book, and I thought we might add some fun things to this. For example, this little box down here, I'd be inclined just to add deco to it. So if you want to add some little ones and just add something cute, pretty, whatever, and maybe little cute little strawberry, just for fun. I quite like this nice bright arrow. I think that would look great here. What else have we got? Oh, best day. See, this would be a fun sort of sticker. You've had a really good day. You want to journal about it. Great little highlight. Something that made you happy. It's where using up these word stickers. Great idea. Then we can add some little cute little flowers here. Nope. Bit further over. What else have I got? Oh, I do like these cacti. They're very cute. Let's have one of those here somewhere. And all these little flowers are nice. Could add them. They could be like little bullet points. What else? Let's see. Oh, yay. That would be a good one. Something great happened that made you happy. And, oh, how about one of these cute little moths? So I like this. Down in the corner here. And I will have to have this little lady beetle. These are very cute. and I think a rainbow. Where am I going to fit? Oh, I know. Here we go. Nice bright rainbow down here. There we go. Again, very simple, especially if you have an excess of stickers and sticker books that you're just not using. Simple spread like this. I think I'd almost be tempted to do my writing a different colour for every day and just make it a colourful mess. I do like that sometimes. Don't always have to use a black pen, remember that. So there we go. There's another one. Very easy, but just doing the same things a little bit differently. For the last one, I have gridded out 8 boxes. Yes, I know we only need 7. Number 8, you can add whatever you feel like. I have no idea what I will do with 8. But what we're going to do, instead of writing out sentences, we're just going to fill each day with words. So descriptive words or numbers like temperature, things like that. We're not going to worry about images or anything like that, just a variety of words. So that can be handwritten. You might like to experiment with some different types of markers, pens, different styles of writing, different sizes of writing. But by giving yourself a grid each day, you know that's how much space you've got to play with. If you know there's a lot you want to put on, then give yourself half a page for each day. But for this style, I think this quarter will do the job. Now, there is many ways you can also get your words. I've collected some from magazines. I also have a pouch full of words that I have cut out of magazines. You never know when you might need them. You can also consider little branding labels from things, whether it's from packaging, maybe an ad in a paper or something like that. You can also think about getting your stamps out and stamping out words that you might like to use. No rules here again, except we're not going to write whole sentences. We're just going to fill our day with highlighted words. So I'm going to get started with this, and then when it's all finished, you'll see what it looks like. This is the quick way to do a weekly journal spread. No long sentences, just like highlight bullet points. I love doing something like this differently. I've used a variety of pens. I've stuck down bits that I've cut out of magazines. I've just made like a bullet point list for this day, etc. But I've managed to track my no sugar, which is a little thing I'm on at the moment. I've also included how many steps I've done each day, the temperature, etc. All fits into one little box when you don't go writing out big sentences. This is just a really simple, fun way. And even if you just do it in pen, you can get every bit of information down that you need without needing a lot of space. Might be worth a try for you as something different. So I hope you enjoyed these 4 ideas. You might like to try using them in the month ahead. If you have any questions, please leave it down in the comments box below. I'd love to hear. And if you could please give this video a thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. And thank you so much for watching. Until next time, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye for now.